Hola. Okay, what's up, everybody? What the fuck is going on? Welcome back to our podcast, episode 5. With word is a motherfucking word. Bird is a word. Word is a bird. Bird is a word. Bird is a word. Chinga su madre. Yo no sé cómo se dice, pero you guys know that I don't really know how to talk. Well, Spanish is my first language, obviously, porque soy Mexican as fuck. And then English is my second language. I didn't even learn English until I was in second grade. Nomás imagínense una little bird right there going to school. Actually, the first week I went to school, I didn't even go because I turned 5. I don't remember, but I just remember that my dad dropped me off in school. And I was walking all sad, like, Mr. Lonely, I'm so lonely. And then I would look at my dad. And since my dad was an alcoholic and he was all abusive, and hijo de su pinche madre, like when he was sober, when he was good, he was so nice to me because I was only his only daughter. And I was a really tomboy growing up. So he would look at me and we'd look at each other like, I don't want to go to school, Dad. Do I have to go to school, Dad? He's like, vente pa acá, quieren da carrucha, let's go. So we would go and drive around. He had like a freaking shotgun, and one time he let me shoot it like in the mountains. I don't know, but then they called my mom and they told her that I hadn't gone to school. And my mom got so mad at my dad. So, chingue su madre, I had to go to school. Anyways, I was a little paisita going to school. And growing up, well, I was from a little town named Valverde. Valverde is made of like 2,000 people, 2,500 people, and it's mostly Mexicans. So it's like a rural area. And because we lived in that area, we would go to the school with the white kids. So it was a bunch of white kids, and then us. All the Mexicans knew each other, all the Mexicans were like friends, but we were all poor. So when they saw Mexicans, they're like, "Oh, you're from Valverde. You come from over there." But now that I see it, we were really not poor. We were rich. I grew up next to hills. I grew up next to a lot of green. I grew up around a lot of nature. So every day was going outside, going to the pool, going to play basketball, going to play canicas. Every day was going outside. We were rich as fuck. I don't care what they say. Yeah, we had clothes from Goodwill. Our parents would just work and work and work and work because they had to pay the rent and they had to give us food. So a lot of times my mom would get home like till 6. And she would spend time with us, but it wasn't the same. The widows, not all of the widows, but their moms would pick them up and they'd probably go eat some ice cream and be like, "Oh, Amanda, how was your day, sweetie?" But my mom, when she got home, she's like, "No sacaste el pollo." Like, she would get mad. Like, if I didn't take out the chicken to defrost or the meat, and she got home and that chicken was not defrosted, my ass was motherfucking grass. You don't understand. Taking out the meat out of the freezer was a life and death situation. Like, how many fucking times did I get my ass kicked? And it was so simple. It was so simple. All I had to do was get the chicken out of the freezer and put it in the freaking sink with some water so it could defrost. Pero no, I fucked up. I fucked my mom over so many times just because of that. So, anyways, let's get into this motherfucker. So, you guys know that I'm disabled, and I be making videos, and I don't like to talk about it a lot. But then it's like, why should I wanna like front like my life is not this? You know what I'm saying? Yes, my life is a lot of other shit like cooking, dancing, freaking raising these animals, raising a 6-month-old baby, my marriage, dealing with a house because I live with my mother-in-law and my father-in-law. Salud, papi, for like 16 years. So I didn't know what it was to have a house, all the bills, every time something breaks, like, there's tricks to this shit. We want a fucking house until we have to deal with this motherfucker. Pero ¿sabes qué? It is so worth the fucking privacy. It is so worth if I want to scratch my fucking ass, if I want to poke my vagina, if I want to, come out of the room with like barely any clothes on and say, and if I don't want to wash the dishes one night, it's okay. Cuz I could do whatever the fuck I want to do. So anyways, so I don't talk about my disability a lot because I don't want it to define me like, oh, pobrecita bird, pobrecita, you're so young. Or you, I can't believe that happened to you. Like, I can't believe it either, motherfuckers. Like, I feel like I don't want it to be all me. But at the same time, it is what I'm going through. So why try to fucking act like my shit don't stink? Why trying to act like making all these fucking videos that don't even define me? You know what I'm saying? Because I've been making videos because Mario wants me to make videos. He's like, oh, let's do this. It's like little skits, whoopty whoop whoop. And I go with the flow because I want to make him happy. Part of having a marriage, it's like, not like, I don't do what the fuck he wants me to do because men, they don't like well, the men that like women that just say yes, yes, daddy, whatever you say, daddy, let me bend over, daddy. Then those men ain't shit because a real man likes a woman with a mind. A real man loves a woman with an opinion, with, you know what I'm saying, to have something to offer. A man that likes to just control women, he's just a controller, narcissist motherfucker that, gets his dick gets hard by, como se dice, controlando a las mujeres. And that is not a real man. That's a manipulador. You know what I'm saying? Why do you want a weak ass woman? Why do you want a weak ass man? I like Mario because acá se mira muy serio, muy like, oh, muy shy, muy calladito. But that motherfucker, he be telling me like, calm the fuck down. Like, I'm like, oh, pégame, jálame el pelo, maltrátame, estúpido. You know? So if he wants me to make some type of video, then I'll be like, okay, we have to have a, ¿cómo se dice? Like something in the middle. We have to meet somewhere in the motherfucking middle because he does a lot of stuff that he probably doesn't want to do. Like when we go somewhere, I'm like, let's talk. You have to fucking be social, and he's like, I don't want to. I hate talking. He hates people. His friends, I could count him with like one hand. He doesn't fuck with people. And it doesn't mean that he's rude or mean. It's just that he's just not a social person. And me, I'll be making friends with the crackhead in the corner. I met this lady. She was like 80 years old. And she's like, yeah, I get my SSI. I just get my 8 ball. She does crystal meth. And she got tuberculosis for some shit. And they have to isolate her from everybody. But she's like, I'm straight as long as I have my crystal meth. Salud, papi. And I told her about my brother-in-law, how he stabbed me. And she's like, well, why did he stab you? And I'm like, well, he was on crystal meth and da-da-da-da. And she's like, I've been on crystal meth for 15 years and I didn't stab nobody. That's not an excuse. And I was like, right? Because if you're gonna fucking do something, you do it because you wanna do it. I hate that shit que dicen, oh, que se les mete el diablo. Because that's what his mom said. That the devil went in him and, oh, it wasn't him. And that lady said, oh, because he stabbed Mario 8 times, my husband. And she's like, well, the only reason that my son, his name is Lupito, Guadalupe actually, the only reason that Guadalupe stabbed his own brother was because he got on the way. Because that stabbing was supposed to be for you. Okay, bitch, you just wanted him to finish me the fuck off. Like, honestly, I feel like she's happy. I'm not trying to be shady or be like, because that is my mother in law and I do owe her some type of, I don't know what the fuck. But I feel like when I've seen her, she gets happy that I can't move around and jump around and, drive and do my thing. Because before, when I was normal, I would always roll up and it was always me driving. We would go to Tijuana. We would go to like Burbank. We would go to fucking Northridge Mall. Wherever the fuck. I was always driving. And Mario liked it because he could play his little Clash of Clans. And I was just like, I was a fucking Uber. And I like driving because if I'm in the passenger, I get sleepy. So it was perfect. And now I'm a motherfucking passenger princess and I fucking hate it. It kills my soul. It kills my, ¿cómo se llama? My motivation. I fucking love to drive. I'm a motherfucking bird. You know what I'm saying? The reason I call myself bird was because after I had Sophia, I got really postpartum depression. I could remember the smell, bitch. The motherfucking smell. So I got so depressed, I would barely shower. I got so depressed, I would just stay under the blankets and be all fucking sweaty and be all nasty and weird. And I remember smelling that shit. And then one time, I don't know, I was with my sister and the two girls in the back. And I was just crying. I was just crying for no reason, right? And when I was crying, I like realized, like, what the fuck? What the fuck, Erica? Like, you're not like this. This is not you. You have two daughters. You have your husband. You have your mom. You have your sisters. Like, calm the fuck down. So I put the window down in my 98 Chevrolet. Chevrolet 4x4, como te han visto llegar. Oh! Put the window down, right? Stuck my hand out like this. And I said, I'm a motherfucking bird, bitch. I'm a motherfucking bird. Because I remember I did, the first time I went to jail, I did 3 days. And I was crying. I was crying the whole damn time. Just crying. Tears coming out of my asshole. And this girl, she was a bunkie. Because there's like 3 beds. Like a bunk bed, but it's 3. And this girl's like, shut the fuck up. And then this other girl's like, you shut the fuck up. And then she's like, the girl's like, she's only gonna be here for 3 days. And then the other girl's like, only because you're gonna do a year, bitch. They say you're already used to jail. She's not used to this shit. So shut the fuck up. You don't know what you're talking about. So I did 3 days and I cried the whole time, right? The day I left, all these bitches, they said, oh, Erica Pascual is leaving. So they all ran towards me and they hugged me and they loved me because I was like young. I was 18. You know what I'm saying? I was a baby and they told me, don't come back here. You don't want to be institutionalized. You're not about this life. Do something good with your life. And there was a bunch of crackheads, prostitutes, fucking crazy ass women of the world. But they had such good hearts. And, there was even a girl that ran over a fucking kid in a bike and killed him. And she was going to do 4 years. And there was another girl who worked at a bank and she stole $300,000. There was all kinds of shit. Jail is not fun, but it's a little fun. So I did 3 days and it was like hell. The next time I did 15 days, but I was a little older. You know what I'm saying? And I knew the drill now. I was going to chop it up with these bitches. And they were talking about how, like, they were all, like, horny. And one of them even, I'll tell you guys a story. So, one of them was sucking dick in the freaking bus. She wasn't even sucking dick. It was like, there was, like, a gate between us. There was a gate. And the guy, he was like a biker. So the girls were on this side and the boys were on that side. And I had the handcuffs. I had the fucking handcuffs with her. So she, wherever she would go, I would go. So the guy was like, hey, babe, so what did you get busted for? And he's like, oh, yeah, I got busted for this and that. But, I was wearing some pink panties with a matching top. It's like, oh, baby. They were like freaking having, I don't know what type of sex. So he got his freaking pink dick and put it through the little gate. It was only like the tip. And she's like, and she took me with her. Anyways, I was just watching all of this. Like, I was like, oh my gosh. Like, what? And then they're like, what about you, girl? What about you, what she said? What about you, chica? They said, what about you, chica? I'm like, what about me? Nothing. So anyways, so I did 15 days like nothing. What is the point of this? Okay. No matter where I go, I'm a motherfucking bird. I could be in a cage. I'm a motherfucking bird. Like 3 days, you could make your 3 days hell if you put your shit like that. If you put in your mindset, like I'm in hell, I'm in hell, I'm in hell, just worried about the bad things that could happen, worried about everything bad, you're gonna make those 3 days hell. Or you could just live your damn life and do 3 weeks like nothing. They just flew by. I don't know, but that was like a lection in my head. Como una, it works in my head. Motherfucking science twisted in there and it worked out. So I said I'm a motherfucking bird. And it was because of my experiences. So, anyways, I called myself bird back then, but I never knew how importante calling myself bird was going to be. Because I was not going to be in a cage. Because that's why I called jail. I was not going to be in a cage. My own jail was going to be my body. You know, the day that I got stabbed, that night, I had left with my daughters and we went all over East LA. We were taking pictures, we were dancing. It was beautiful. It was like majestic. I wish I could have just like show you through my eyes how amazing and that of a night was. We even found I'm a really big fan of grocery stores that are Mexican, that like a new one, like there's La Superior, there's la El Super, and then there's like Los Fernandez. Well, this one, it was a new one, and I don't remember the last name. Oh, Cardenas, and it's in East LA. I remember I got all fucking lost, and boom, we get there. And we were looking at all the stuff, and it was so fun with my daughters exploring. And we found these things that they called pitos, and everything for us was an adventure every single day. That's why it hurts my soul that I cannot drive. Because I want to, dog. I want to explore. I want this new baby to have an adventure. Because every time we would get fucking lost, it was an adventure. Oh, we're getting lost. We're in the middle of the desert. They might murder us, but it's an adventure, bitch. It's a motherfucking adventure. And the other day I heard Mandy say that. We couldn't find a hotel because we were gonna go see Alex Padilla, and we could not find a hotel because we need a freaking king bed for me, Mario, and the baby, and then we need a queen bed for the girls, and then a couch. Chinga su madre, estoy busy, and the baby's crying. He's got a cold. Sophia's having a fucking breakdown. Sophia, I swear, Sophia is just like me. She knows where everything is at. She could make nothing. No, she could cook something out of nothing. She's a fucking survivor. But the only thing that pisses me off is that she don't act like no kid. She's like, I don't need you to cook for me. And I'm like, okay, you are 13, calm the fuck down. So, anyways, so it was a whole fucking mess. And Mandy's like, it's okay, guys. We're having an adventure. We're having an adventure. And I was like, yes, bitch. We are having an adventure. So, anyways, let me get to the point. So then that night, I get stabbed, right? My brother-in-law stabs me. Motherfucker. I'm like, why couldn't you stab me in my fucking face? I would have a fucking gnarly ass scar. I always like to say that because white people be like, that's a gnarly cut, bro. That's a gnarly cut. So, anyways, he stabbed me, el puto hijo de su puta madre. He stabbed me. I'm laying there. I thought I was on the floor, but I was kind of like in the couch. Like, that moment, my body left me. Like, whoop. Like, I was trying to move, like, move, Erica, move, but my body was so heavy, I could not get up. And since then, my life has not been the same. The thing that I regret was not taking a shower as a normal person, because I went to the hospital, I got recovered. We'll talk about the motherfucking details, but right now we're talking about this shit, surviving, living with a disability. So, your whole life is new, right? You go being from a bad bitch to literally all these motherfuckers, a stroke, a brain injury, all these shits. What do we have in common? The fucking the fucking arm. I see so many people walking around. You know why? I'll tell you why. For every injury, for every stroke or whatever, there's a weak side and there's a normal side, right? Or a strong side. So my weak side is my right side. It's like, you know how you move your arms like this? My shit has like no fucking oil. Mira, I wish I could just put some W2. Yeah. And then this side is supposed to be my strong side. But guess what, bitch? I don't feel this side. Pa' acabarla de chingar. Yes, I only feel half of my panocha. And I'm gonna say it again. I only feel half of my panocha. And how the fuck does that work? Mm-hmm. How the fuck does that work? I need some music in the back. How the fuck does that work? Okay. Living with half a panocha. Me. I didn't even know I felt half a panocha. And stuff started like I had to figure out myself. Directly from here down. It's like a line. This is called the hemi. So a lot of people that are disabled are like this, waist down. But mine is like this. So people that have their weak side, usually they can bend it, they can pull it up. So a lot of the times it gets contracted like this, like this. If you look at people that have disabilities, stroke patients, brain injuries, they're sometimes their arms is contracted like that. But bitch, if you're like that, don't fucking stay like that. What the fuck did they say to you in therapy? And I know you motherfuckers could hear me. What the fuck did they tell you guys in therapy? Use it or fucking lose it. Use it or fucking lose it. I said use it or motherfucking lose it. You have to use that motherfucker. Yes, we get depressed. I know, bitch. I know we get depressed. Because guess what? Our body doesn't fucking work. It doesn't fucking listen. And we're too young. 30, 40, 50, 60. Too fucking young. Even fucking 70. I wanted to be a fucking old ass lady shaking my ass. I wanted to be an old ass lady crip walking. So woo! I wanted to be that cool ass grandma, all healthy. Nothing is wrong with me. I don't have diabetes. I don't have cholesterol. I don't have none of that shit. It's just my body, my fucking injury, because this motherfucker stabbed me. So, anyways, what the fuck was I saying? So yeah, that's why a lot of us are like this. And the side that's weak, we can't pick it up, right? We can't pick it up. And then the other side is way too fucking heavy. So what do? We walk like, you know? And a lot of times our minds, our fucking brains do not match with our body. My brain is over here. That's how my brain is going, right? And then my body is like, like it's just not working. Looking at myself on a video and seeing myself walk, it is the saddest thing. I lose my shit. I'm like, that's really my body. That's how I really look. No wonder so many motherfuckers look at me when I go to the grocery store. Every time I go to the grocery store, all these motherfucking bitches look at me. Some bitches, they don't even pretend. Especially Mexicans. They were like, they even do like a. Let me take it back a little bit and do that. Because they want to know, like, what happened to this bitch? Like, porque está toda pendeja. Bitch, ask me instead of staring at me all fucking hard. So, anyways, I I came back when I started moving a little bit, and I'm a little. But when you barely get disabled, either you just want to die, or you get like motivation. So you go from a bed to like a wheelchair to like a cane to things, and you're fucking unmotivated, and you go to physical therapy, woo. But then guess what? Physical therapy ends, then you don't get no more motivation, then it becomes routine, then it's like, oh, this shit is real life, this is as far as I'm gonna get, there's nothing left. So how do we get motivated? How the fuck does a disabled person get motivated? We're disabled physically, we're disabled mentally, with depression, with anxiety, isolation. We are so like angry because why did God do this? And I know a lot of people were like, well, God didn't do this to you. God doesn't punish you. But why does God permit this? You know what I'm saying? All these fucking tweakers, all these fucking crackheads over there, heroin addicts, fucking crazy motherfuckers injecting themselves with stuff in their body, living the vida loca, and they get what to 60, 70 with a good body. Why do I get to be like this? Why me? Why did they stab me? You know what I'm saying? That is the shit that we have to go through every day, and that you have to go through every day. You fucking person that you think you're disabled mentally, because depression is a disability too. You feel your body heavy. You feel your soul heavy. You don't want to do shit. Every day is a fucking drag. What the fuck do you do? You be thankful, dog. Be thankful for the little shit you have. You have a fucking gift. If you have health, you have everything. I'm fucking telling you. Half a panocha is not the way to go. Half of the panocha is not a way to go. Living with a disability drains you, sucks the life out of you. You'll never be the same. And it's sad to see because you look at pictures, and I think that's one of the worst things you could do to yourself, looking at pictures and reminisce. I mean, it's good to reminisce, but I feel like you get stuck in that, like, look how good I used to look. No, bitch, look how good I look now. Today is the youngest you're going to be. Tomorrow you're going to be a little older, and days pass by, pass by, pass by. 10 years you're going to be like, why was I so obsessed with comparing myself back then when I was 20, if I looked good when I was 30. Then you're gonna turn 40. And then you're gonna complain about, oh, I'm fucking 40 and I'm old and I'm gonna die. No, bitch. Be thankful you're getting to that age. Just the other day, we went to this park over here in Bakersfield. It's called Panorama Park. And everybody gets all excited. But I guess because I'm used to LA and I see the parks with the hills and all the green. But this park, it's nice. It's just all fucking dead. But to get there, it's like, and man, they had to interview some little girl over there. So she had to interview her, and she wanted me to go, right? And I was like, no, she didn't want me to go. She's like, I'm gonna go interview, whatever, whatever. And I said, no, I'm gonna go with you. It's too fucking late. And she's like, no, I could go places by myself. And I'm like, no, I'm gonna go with you. Because that fucking park, it's so complicated. It's like a bitch to go through it. So I went with her. And she's like, Mommy, thank you for coming with me. Because she was already going in the wrong side. Se estaba metiendo in the wrong entrance, ¿verdad? Se iba a morir la güey. So we get here, she's like happy, wooty woo woo. Then, like 2-3 days ago, one of the girls that went to high school with her ended up dead. We're at that same park. At that same park. I guess she was with her dad, and some drunk, stupid motherfucker was driving and crashed, killed her, and she died at the age of 16. Mandy, she really doesn't take it seriously when I say, like, oh, it could get dangerous, like you could die, some shit could happen. I feel like sometimes she's like, oh, you're being overprotective. But now she's like, Mommy, if you die at the age of 16 and you didn't even finish high school, you never got a job, you never did nothing like big, what are people gonna remember you by? I'm like, the people that are gonna remember you are probably your family, and you're probably gonna remember her because Mandy said that little girl was always smiling. Like it was like 8 in the morning and she was always smiling. And she's like, um, well, what if I forget about her? Or what if her family forgets about her? I'm like, her family's probably not gonna forget about her. But sadly, if you die young, your memories die with you. Because you didn't do more. You didn't touch more people. That's why you're supposed to appreciate what the fuck you have. And she's like, yeah, Mommy, I should be more thankful. I'm like, man, what about all my fucking speeches? Que te digo esto y que te digo lo otro. Try to motivate her. And I say, oh, you're enough. You're amazing. Look at all the stuff you know. All that shit went through one ear and came out of her asshole. Pero the girl died and she saw how it could change in 1 second. And the other one too. Like a week ago, no? So the other one, it's because fucking in Bakersfield, dog. I don't know if you guys know about Bakersfield. The Bakersfield is Republican. Broke ass, ghetto ass, musty ass Bakersfield. I live here. Yes, I do, sir. And I'm not gonna talk shit, too much shit, because I live here and I'm grateful for the possibility to own my own home. But Bakersfield is ghetto as fuck. I don't recommend it. Don't move here. It's the asshole of California. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like the valley. So it's like this. So when it gets hot, all the heat gets stuck in here, right? And it's fields. So all these fucking field shits están aquí. The the farmers are rich, but all the people that work in the fields, they're fucked porque todos están pobres, you know? So anyways,
Well, most of the people are nice.
but most of the people are nice.
Yeah.
But there's a lot of fucking psycho bitches too up in here. Like the schools, they ain't shit. A lot of bullies. How many fucking times have they been mean to Sophia? Sophia. She has been through so much. So in her school, they put the disabled kids and the mentally disabled kids and the regular kids together. And the little autistic girl has touched Sophia's boobs, has touched Sophia's crotch. It's just a fucking mess. And I called the school and I tried to get it figured out. And what did I say? What did you guys do about it? And what did they say?
We're working on it.
We're working on it. Or they say, oh, because of privacy shit, we can't talk about it. Anyways, so the roads. There's a lot of fucked up cars in Bakersfield. Most of the people have trucks because there's potholes. Is that how you call them? There's holes. There's cracks. There's all of the above in Bakersfield. It's like, and there's no fucking light. The lines, they don't. I don't know where the fuck they put the money. Only on the mayor's side where the mayor lives. Pinche vieja pendeja. Chaparra nana hija su puta madre. Over here, like you be driving and then you're like, where the fuck am I? Like, I don't see the lights, I don't see the lines, people crash. So there was a girl driving and she had just got engaged and she was next to her sister. And there was a fucking truck in front of them. And the truck had a big ass couch. And I guess they didn't fucking, ¿cómo se dice? They didn't put the straps on they didn't secure the couch. So the girl was in the back and the fucking couch fell. It slipped, boom. Chingue su puta madre. En un puto segundo. En un puto